welcome to today's video. So today I'm just going to be taking you along with kind of things that I do at my internship with the twist. Nothing is going to be me talking. I'm going to do a voiceover if I can figure that part out. As well as I'm not going to be showing stuff because I'm dealing with sensitive data for every little piece of pretty much everything I do today. So everything you're going to see is probably going to have like no context, and I will just make sure that I say that in the voiceovers. I hope you enjoy. So in these first few clips, I am just going through and emailing our returning food and beverage and also summer pool lifeguarding positions with the updated background checks. We do have to have them refill out a background check, and we have to check their background again to make sure that however long ago they were hired, they didn't commit any sort of crimes or anything like that. So that's just what I'm going through and doing. It's not too bad of a process. I just emailed out I think there was like 30, 40, maybe 50, somewhere around there, people that I emailed this morning about all of that. So in these clips, I was going back through and I had just finished scanning all of the sexual harassment policy trainings. We had a sexual harassment training like a couple weeks ago, and we were just finishing up getting some of the more extra forms that were sent in to be scanned in and uploaded into the file base, as well as marked off on our little list about all the people who were missing some files, because we want to make sure that everyone has something signed off on that, because if there's ever an issue, we need to be able to pull that back up and say, yes, they did sign and say that they understood the training. So that's what I was doing there. And right here, I was running some background checks, not only on the few that were returning that had sent in their information, but also on a couple new hires. I was able to run their background checks, and unfortunately on those new hires, I'm still waiting on my boss to actually end up getting back with me to be able to do their SSN verification. But normally on their background check, we have a spot that they give their social, and we go in on the Social Security website and verify just to make sure that they are saying who they are and their social is correct, nothing's wrong. So that's what I was doing here. So that's just a few of the things that I do. I typically, on a day-to-day basis, I go through and check on new lifeguarding apps, which I actually didn't do today, so I'm going to do that in a second. check on the lifeguarding apps and just email out certifications to those people. Check the onboarding statuses of and approve submitted files, which I did do earlier. Email the new applicants for food and beverage pool, for open house and application link. And then for new hires, I go through and approve their I-9s. Okay, so what I'm doing right now, that you obviously cannot see because it is sensitive information, going through on 2 people that we are actually behind on their I-9, which really sucks because now we're out of compliance. But I'm going through and making sure that I get their stuff put in, which is essential. And then making sure that we're just good to move on, which sucks, and I hate it so much. Alright, now that I've done those 2 I-9s that we are behind on, unfortunately, I'm going through and looking at all the new applicants for food and beverage, and I'm going to go ahead and email them to make sure that they get their open house interviews that start tomorrow. So I want to make sure that we get that going. Alright, so now I am emailing out the new pool, swim, lifeguards, applications. After they've submitted their application, we usually email them to say, hey, these are the certifications you need to have. If you have it, great. If not, here's 2 links for you to be able to obtain them. So that's what I'm doing right now. Alright, so that's going to be the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed. This is kind of just typically what I do. Every day is a little bit different. I don't always email all of the old people for background checks, or sometimes there's different things like sexual harassment training, new hire orientation. One thing I didn't document was I had a meeting with Kate about getting manager videos taken for new hire orientations this summer, because in the afternoons we have an afternoon session for orientations, and a lot of times the managers can't make those. So we want some way for the new applicants to be able to see who these managers are and whatnot. So yeah, that is going to be all for this video. I hope you enjoyed. I tried to keep it as private sensitive as I could without not walking you through what I was doing today. So I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!